Welcome to Wesley's channel, and this is Wesley's News. And this is part number 9, I believe the most explanatory part of Vasmus' series of videos about his free energy device. Vasmus, quite good few months ago, presented to us a device that makes electricity for free, not being powered by any power supply at all. Similar way to that what Taryal Kapanadze from Tbilisi, Georgia, Europe did. He was able to achieve production of electricity using only one wire that is connected to the ground.
Wow, сразу пошло.
Another two wires were connected to the set of the light bulbs. In different configuration, he was able to produce over 1 kilowatt of power, which is 1/3 of the electricity that you need to your apartment and 1/5 of the electricity that you need for average American house per kilowatt hours.
Покажу. Значит, вот землю отцепляю.
I strongly encourage you to go to the set of videos that I have presented before and look at them at once. So let's go to the translation.
Привет, Серега.
Hello, Sergey.
Ну вот, в принципе, получилось.
I was able to make it happen.
Трансформатор вот.
This is the transformer.
Удалось
I
его
was able to
исключить
disconnect
из
it
схемы.
from the device.
Сделал напрямую
I have made a summator.
сумматора. Вот видишь. Тебе так через
I'm trying to show you accurately.
ты
You will
понимаешь,
understand what I'm talking about.
раз у тебя
There are two wires.
работает с трансформатором. Вот
With
видишь,
transformer is working
два
as
провода.
well,
С трансформатором
and
работает,
with
с
summator
трансформатором,
too.
значит, будет тоже работать, все нормально там.
So we should look at a summator as a transformer with a special winding. You see one wind that is longitudinally to the core of the transformer left-hand side corner, right? This one. And then we see the winds. They are at 90 degrees, which remind me of the Lithuania experiment, the yoga experiment that I was participating with. You can find it on my channel as well. The summator is connected with two wires to the radiator beneath the coil, high voltage coil, and that must have a transistor that is working in push-pull generating regime. On that transformer summator, you wind to section of the winding, and the power level has been increased from the last time. And I start the device only from the battery. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Okay. So the system starts to generate. As you see, the frequency of generation is very low. He can increase with the potentiometer. The light bulb that is on the top of it is only fluorescent light bulb to show the high voltage field. So we should concentrate on the light bulbs. They're lying on the floor. There's only one wire connected to the ground. So he says he's working without the transformer, and he connected more of the capacitor, so he would be able by that to achieve resonance much better. He doesn't give much of valuable information. That's the stop button. He says, I'm going to show you all of the currents. Just wait for a moment. So he's starting the device. And he's using the clamp ammeter. So he shows 90 amps, 108 amp, but the clamp meter is not on it, so we definitely see that clamp meter in the closed coil clamp is showing the presence of the strong magnetic field. So in other words, the clamp meter is not showing you the real measurement is showing you the induction of the magnetic field in the clamp. Alright, just wait for a moment. So he's starting the device. The clamp meter is placed on the ground wire. He increased a little bit power using potentiometer on the device. Now it is showing 2.21 of an amp, so 2 amp 0.21. But the current on the wire connected to the light bulb is 0.44 of an amp. And that's the connection to the ground wire, to the ground. So now he's showing again the stop button. He stopped the device by pushing on the button. So again, he's talking about a summator. He says, you're going to make a winding on the summator, and you need to experiment how many windings you need. And this is modulator. When he was lifting up the capacitor, he was talking about modulator. I've got that video a little bit to bring your attention to the point at which he's showing the ground wire in various places, or the meter clamp on the ground wire, and he's increasing the current on the ground wire, which actually is increasing the flow of the square wave impulses over the sine wave carrier. The square wave impulses are high frequency impulses over the low frequency sine wave. So let's go back to translation. Give me 1-2 days after I put it on the YouTube, and then I'm gonna delete that video when you do the experiment, and it's gonna start to work at your place. He's decreasing the power right now. So he's decreasing the power by changing the frequency to the lower oscillation. And he's again showing the interference. The clamp meter has a clamp, and that clamp is nothing more or less but a closed circuit coil. And there is eddy current that is flowing in that coil. Okay, now he showed that when he disconnects the ground wire, the device stopped to work. So let's take a look at it one more time. The clip connected to the wire that is coming from the device is disconnected from the ground wire, and the device stopped working. Okay, he starts the device again, and he also connected two wires together to show that it doesn't make any difference, the same like SR193 did, and the same as Tariqa Panada did and Akuwa did. Okay, now he's saying that he had to buy the new TV because his TV got damaged, I assume due to the experiments with the high voltage, when we have a very high electrostatic field. So now he's advising Sergey to make 10 kilowatt device. He's mentioning presence of catcher, that catcher is doing its job properly. Catcher is pretty much known term. I'm not gonna in this video go to the detail of it, but actually it means pusher. More accurate, that would be understood by the group of people from overunity.com and Energetic Forum and plenty of others. Спасибо большое русским друзьям тоже. All of these people are participating in free energy revolution, and this is not a joke. I was playing with science for so many years, both on the professional level of scientific entity, which I was president of, as well as principal investigator and chief of scientific group of government-sponsored programs we were participating at, while being still at that time at 77th floor of World Trade Center 1 prior to 9/11. Stay tuned. This is Wesley's News